back once again with an episode of The Tea Drinker, and in today's video we're going to be looking at Harrods Tea Selection 10. So this is 9 premium varieties of tea. You get 8 tea bags per variety and it retails for £22. It's available in store or online, and I will put details down below. So let's have a look at what the varieties are if I just flip the box over. So we've got the Knightsbridge Blend number 12, which is a blend of Ceylon and Assam. We have the Afternoon Ceylon number 16, which is a Ceylon blend, which is from Sri Lanka. We have the Georgian Blends number 18, which is a combination of Darjeeling, Assam and Ceylon. Empire Blends number 34, which is a blend of Assam, Nilgiri and Darjeeling. English Breakfast number 14, which is a mixture of Ceylon, Kenyan, Assam and Darjeeling. Green tea, it just says it's grown at high altitude, so I'm thinking that this green tea is probably a Himalayan blend. Doesn't actually specifically say where it's from. Could be possibly Chinese. Earl Grey number 42, again, doesn't say where the tea's from, but again it's got scented bergamot. We know all about Earl Grey. So we have a Darjeeling number 25, which again from the Himalayas, and Blend 49 is a combination between Darjeeling, Nilgiris, Assam and Sikkim and Kangra Valley tea. So that's a full-blooded flavour. So that's the varieties from the Harrods box. So I'm going to set up my cups and saucers. I'm going to boil the kettle and we'll have a first look at these tea varieties. But before we do that, we'll just, one second, that's what the inside of the box looks like. Oops. There we go. So you have 9 varieties and 8 tea bags of each. So we've boiled the kettle and we've added the hot water to the teas, and we're having the first look at them now. So the English Breakfast and the Afternoon Ceylon, they both have quite a mahogany colour, not getting much aroma from them there. Empire Blend, slightly darker in colour, again the sort of chestnut, mahogany, but there is definitely a slight darkness to that. The Knightsbridge Blend is a lot darker than the first 3. It's more sort of a chocolatey brown than a chestnut mahogany. Georgian Blend goes a shade lighter. Again, not quite the sort of mahogany blend. There's a slight sort of purpleness to it as well. And the Blend 49, again, somewhat darker than the previous blends. The Darjeeling again has a slight purpleness to it, so it's sort of chocolate brown. And the Earl Grey 2, a darker brown. And finally the green tea has a delightful, almost pea soup colour, very different from the other varieties of tea on offer. It's a sort of greenish, slight oranginess to it. So yeah, there's they're all sort of shades of brown. Some of them are reddish brown, others sort of chocolatey brown, and they sort of go a bit darker, and the Earl Grey there and the Darjeeling quite dark in colour. As to aroma, I am sort of getting that sort of earthiness that you do get standard with tea. I can't really differentiate. That's going to be more apparent, I think, with the taste test than this sort of first look. Okay, let's kick things off with the English breakfast number 14. This has quite an earthy aroma, something you'd expect from this is a Ceylon and a Kenyan blend as well, and Assam, Darjeeling. It's a mixture of those teas. It's quite sort of earthy. Oh, that's punchy. It's quite strong. It's one of those teas that would kick you out of bed in the morning. That is definitely what you'd class as wake up juice, something you definitely want in the morning. Next we have the afternoon Ceylon. It's not as punchy as the English breakfast tea. This is more of a sustaining tea. There is some astringency there, but it's not a sort of kick you. It's more of a keep you awake kind of kick. It's quite pleasant. Next we have the Empire blends. This is a combination of Assam, Nilgiri and Darjeeling. There's definitely the maltiness of Assam. I can definitely see that. Smell that rather. Definitely the maltiness of the Assam. There's a sort of strong strength to this. But there is a slight hint of floralness too. As a lovely cup of tea. Again, another a sort of tea that you'd have as a sort of sustaining brew through the day. Next we have the Knightsbridge blend. This is a Ceylon and Assam blend. This is a sort of anytime brew. Quite floral, this one. Doesn't really have the sort of strong malty notes that Ceylon has. Rather Assam has, rather. Definitely got the malty taste too, though. It's almost chocolatey. I say almost. There is a sort of chocolatiness to it. It's a sweetness, there's a lightness, but it does have that strong Assam taste. Next we have the Georgian blend, which is a combination of Darjeeling, Assam and Ceylon. It does say that it has a sort of creamy tea taste to it. Again, not much getting much from the aroma. Oh yes, it does have quite a creaminess to it. Where would you expect the Assam, the maltiness of the Assam to dominate? This is a good blend, and it does have this creaminess to it, the slight sweetness. So now we have blend 49, which is a Darjeeling, Nilgiri, Assam and Sikkim and Kangaroo Valley tea. So this is a, let's see, it's quite meadowy, the aroma of this. It's quite smooth. It doesn't have the sort of bitterness that the previous varieties have. It slips down quite easy. No overly dominant taste. I'm getting the maltiness of the Assam, but it is quite a good blend between the varieties of tea. Okay, next we have Darjeeling, number 25. So this is a Himalayan tea. It's grown at altitude, which can affect flavour. Oh, it's quite grassy, this one. It's quite strong. Has a very grassy, sort of meadowy taste. Definitely springy. There's something that you'd like to call fresh onion broth that I like that you get from these kind of meadowy aroma teas. It's quite punchy. That is a surprise. Wow, that's strong. That's a good strong cup of tea. That is definitely a sustainer. But also a good tea to wake up to. Okay, here comes my favourite. The Earl Grey. Now I'm always cautious about Earl Grey because sometimes these can be quite oily. Oh, that's nice. That is a really good Earl Grey. You've got the citrus floral notes from the bergamot, but they're not overwhelming. It's not oily. It doesn't leave a bad taste on your tongue. It's a good blend between the bergamot oil and the tea. It's I'd say this was definitely in the top 5 Earl Greys, and I've had a lot of Earl Greys. Definitely in the top 5. Possibly top 3. Very nice, smooth, not overly floral, but very delicious Earl Grey. And finally, we have the green tea. It's quite a sort of thick looking brew. It seems to have the consistency of a pea soup, this one. Definitely a different taste to... It has that meadowy, brothy taste that I always associate with green tea. Very strong. Bit of a dry mouth feel. That is sort of a sustaining brew again, but I think something you'd want to drink a little of now and again, because it is quite a sort of punchy little number. Okay, so that was the Harrods Premium Variety Tin. On the whole, very good. An occasional investment if you're looking for a little bit more, something a bit more luxurious. Definitely my favourite has to be the old standard Earl Grey, but top marks also for the Georgian blend, which did kind of live up to its description of being a somewhat milky flavour to it. Okay, like I said, that was the Harrods Premium Variety Tin. I'll put links to down below where you can purchase it online, and that's it really. Okay, so this has been The Tea Drinker. I've been Pseudomonic, and I will see you again in the next video.